Hello, and welcome to Founder Friday, where we sit down with the founders who are currently taking part in our RevTech Labs, Fintech, and Insurtech Accelerator program. My name is Ashley Everett, and I am the program director here at RevTech Labs. And joining me today is Chuck Allen, the founder of knncts. Thank you so much for joining us today, Chuck.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Ashley. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So to just get us started, can you tell everyone a little bit about knncts and what it is that you're currently working on?
Sure. So we recognize that really the lending process and for sure the mortgage process had all kinds of friction, and really it was slow, inefficient, and inexpensive. So what we tried to do was create a new and different way of approaching lending. And to do that, we invented it by trying to remove that friction from the lending process. So the idea was that basically any loan, anywhere, anytime. And to do that, we focused on trying to create a one-to-many approach. So the idea of putting your mortgage application, your loan application into a single source, and that the technology would actually identify which lenders had lending criteria that said that they were looking for that type of deal, and made sure that they got a copy of that application so that they could try and make an offer.
Wow, that's great. So can you tell us a little bit about maybe who some of your competitors are, and then what it is about knncts that makes you different and stand out from them?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I mean, depending upon where you are, there are competitors in virtually every country that have created some type of technology solution that's designed to try and make it a little better for consumers primarily. We focused, at least initially, on the broker-lender relationship or the broker-underwriter relationship, and so in that respect, there are fewer competitors. But what we find, generally speaking, is that most of them are focusing on one-to-one, trying to make it easier to get an application into a specific lender, or they're make it easier to get applications into a few lenders. And in many cases, like us, they're trying to use lending criteria to be able to do that. But we've taken a slightly different approach to that, and that is that it's about getting it out and getting it in front of as many eyes as possible. And largely from the lender's perspective, we act as a digital lead generation engine for them, and we're providing them with deals, but not just deals, it's deals that actually match their lending criteria. And so ours is less about working for a couple of specific lenders and trying to feed them the kinds of deals that they're looking for, and more about getting it out there into a larger audience. And really that's what differentiates us from virtually anybody else in the space. And you know, and whether our competitors are working specifically with those lenders or have relationships with those lenders, we understand that, but we think that the way to get the best deal for whether it's the broker or the borrower is to have as many lenders looking at this deal, and that ultimately that leads to the borrower saving money. And it's not just about the borrower saves money, but the lenders actually are seeing deals that they wouldn't have otherwise gotten to see by having this to them through our platform.
Yeah, no, that's great. It sounds like you're creating a little bit of a blue ocean. So tell me when knncts started and what traction you've seen since your initial launch.
Yeah, thanks. You know, we came up with the idea really in 2018 and spent a long time trying to do investigations and due diligence and to determine whether it actually made sense. We started creating the technology platform in early 2019. So we came up with version 1 in early 2019. December 2019, we came out with version 2. And really, you know, we saw a bit of a lull when COVID-19 hit, and for the kind of that 3 months from the middle of March to the middle of June. But really, you know, we've seen our numbers jump dramatically. number of brokers that we've been adding has been growing at a 15% month-over-month growth rate. We've now got over 400 brokers on the platform, over 50 lenders using the platform. In really the 12 months that we've been operational, excluding the COVID period, we've had over $200 million of deals posted on the platform, and just under 300 individual deals posted on the platform. So it's doing what it's supposed to do, and then add to that what it does in terms of the speed and the easiness in terms of the process. We've seen in the fastest deal that where a lender made an offer was 2 minutes, and that never happens in the way that the process works today.
I think that's really impressive. That's really great. And so you mentioned there's this 3-month lull period that happened in COVID, but you're seeing things kind of start to pick back up and start progressing and going back up, correct?
Yeah. It really from the beginning of July of 2020, we've seen growth numbers that for us like 236% growth in numbers of brokers. So it grows, and it's continuing to grow, and we're seeing people get deals done in a way that was impossible previously.
Yeah, sounds like it. That is really impressive. So let's shift gears a little bit and talk about what drew Connect to a program like RevTech Labs. What are you hoping to get out of this Accelerator program?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's at least 3 things I can think of. So we started a proof of concept here in Canada, and the idea was to be able to add enough features and functionalities and to continue to grow, and to make sure that the platform itself had the kinds of benefits and features that both lenders and brokers needed. And the idea was ultimately to be able to roll out into the United States and to take this into the U.S. market. And so we saw Queen City as an ideal partner to be able to help us to achieve that particular goal. And I guess the flip side of that particular coin is why Queen City, and we felt that Queen City was uniquely positioned as a fintech accelerator because of the large number of and the depth and breadth of the technology community in the North Carolina area, combined with the depth and breadth of the lending and banking expertise within the North Carolina area would be invaluable in terms of helping us to make our technology platform better, and also to be able to help us to make that step into rolling out into the US.
Yeah, no, that's great. So lastly, let's look forward and fast forward time a little bit. And so Connect has gone through the 12-week program. Where is it that you hope Connect goes next following the Accelerator program?
For us, it is about taking that big step forward and being able to enter into the U.S. market, and to be able to start to attract both lenders, brokers, and underwriters to the platform, and to be able to show them the benefit of being involved in there, and how it ultimately can be beneficial for each of them to be involved in that platform. So for us, it really is about making that next step, and part of the process really is helping us to raise a certain amount of capital that will allow us to be able to grow and to grow more rapidly, and to achieve those goals that we aspire to for 2021.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, I am very excited to watch you come through this program, and I am excited to kind of watch you guys break into the US, just like you mentioned. So we're looking forward to watching that, and thank you so much for joining me today, Chuck, and telling us all about Connect.
Well, thank you, Ashley, and thanks again for having us.
Of course. And please, everyone, make sure to go and check Connect out. I will put details on where you can learn more and connect with Connect in the show notes below. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you can stay connected to all of our videos and all of the other founders taking part in our program. And until next week, stay safe and stay healthy.